help it, I just seem to see the world different. It ain't Republicans or labor rules, it's mental illness. The internet is only interested in left opinions. Cancel culture's got more power lately than the First Amendment. If you don't like it, leave. We will not defund police. We don't want no riots in our neighborhoods or in the streets. We respect freedom of speech. We protect what we believe. We don't want nobody dead, so please do not tread on me. In America, if freedom ain't free. In America, got soldiers dying overseas. So America, can say what we believe. My America, I won't ever take a knee. Our freedom is the reason you can disrespect our flag. If my stars and stripes offend you, then I'll help you pack your bags. America.
Good evening, America! How y'all doing? This is your friendly neighborhood bearded weirdo coming at you loud and proud as I always do. And with this magnificence upon my face. Yeah! It's the week of Thanksgiving, baby. It's the week of Thanksgiving. And for this episode on this magnificent of weeks with such a magnificent holiday in it.
Yep.
I have to my left, you'll see him. He is my brother, my compadre, my best friend, and he also happens to be my pastor. He is the one, the only, the Pastor Gary Podosek. And then behind the iron curtain, pushing all our...
Whoa, not iron. No. You don't go, das Vidania.
And then behind the digital
That's better.
curtain, he is the man who pushes all our buttons in so many of the right ways. He is our brother. He is the one and only Steve Cattell. Because thank God there's only one. We only want one. Mm-hmm. How y'all doing, guys? Happy Thanksgiving?
Good. Yes, sir. Happy Thanksgiving to you, sir.
Thanksgiving.
And don't let me hear anybody say Happy Turkey Day. I'll smack you.
I mean, there's turkey, but it ain't about the turkey.
No, it ain't about the turkey. It ain't about the turkey. It is about Thanksgiving.
That's right.
And what do we
giving
think?
Thanks?
Yeah, giving thanks. Hey, come close to the camera. If you didn't already know this, Thanksgiving's not about eating food, getting drunk, and watching football. Okay, Thanksgiving is actually about giving thanks for everything that God has done within the year.
All the things that you do.
Okay,
it's not about any of that. You sure?
No, it's not about any of that. It's a holiday.
Are you sure?
It's a holiday that we adapted after the Pilgrims did it, after having a feast with the Native Americans in the area, because they survived the horrible winter, and they wanted to give thanks to God.
And here's the thing, like, it's not even like this tradition like exists only here. Like a lot of countries
adopted it.
Well, to be clear, like even the natives that were here, they would thank. I mean, they didn't thank God, but they would thank nature.
Well, they thanked the great gods.
They would thank nature or, whatever. They thanked usually it's nature, but for the provision of the land and stuff like that.
No, they had a great god. They had the god that won.
Dude, there were so many different tribes, and what they all believed in differences led them to fight each other mercilessly, to kill each other ad nauseum. Look, I'm not getting into every
religion. Every culture and every religion
have a giving thanks for provision in the things that they have.
Unless you're Muslim, then it's just killed the Jews.
But they might be thankful for that.
Only when the trees speak out and tell them where the Jews are.
Or the rock tells them that there's a Jew hiding behind them. Yep. I heard about that one. But it is Thanksgiving, brother. It is a time to really just, enjoy your family, your friends. There is food.
You know what else it is to enjoy?
Enjoy the food.
Food that my brother's wife over here made us.
Yummy food.
Pilgrim's balls.
You'll see us eating. She made a lovely treat for us today. It's it's called a pilgrim ball. It's not that complicated, and it's not from a pilgrim,
and it's not that dirty. Get your mind out of the gutter.
But it's basically ground turkey meatball, sort of. All the good things you like in your turkey meatball, or your turkey usually like seasoned with all the good seasonings and stuff.
Mashed potatoes.
It's got stovetop in there as well. So you got the stovetop stuffing in the meatball. And there's a little dry cranberry in there, but it's minced up really fine. Just a little added little tart sweetness in there. It's really good stuff. It's really good. And on a bed of mashed taters with gravy and the cornbread casserole, which our brother in the back almost projectile vomited. He doesn't like corn. I know he's un-American.
This is cornbread that actually has corn.
I feel like sending him to Wisconsin to watch him die.
No,
Why would he die? Because literally, there's nothing else but corn.
That's Ohio.
No.
No. Ohio is what. That's why they're called
Ohio.
the Cornhuskers.
No, there's also no, not Wisconsin. What? There's another state that's literally
It's
just
Ohio.
It's not Ohio. I know the Cornhuskers are in Ohio. There's other states that have corn.
And you didn't say Wisconsin. You said West Virginia.
No, I said Wisconsin, but that's cheese.
Wisconsin is cheese.
Yeah, it's another state. I don't know what state it is, but there's another state.
It would be a
literally
plain
just corn.
state. It would be
Nebraska. Thank you. That's it.
There you go.
Nebraska.
Still nowhere near where you were going.
But it doesn't matter. It doesn't. It's in the country. It doesn't matter where it's located. I know there's a state that literally is just corn. It's corn for days. Not that corn.
Not that corn. Not that corn. So what we wanted to have fun today. Look,
Yes.
we got this episode and the next episode are the last two of season 4. We're getting down to the end. And what we like to do and what we have always done on the last 2 episodes is have fun. Okay? One, because these 2 last episodes coincide with that 2 of the greatest holidays that Christians and Americans should be celebrating properly. Mm-hmm. And that is number 1, Thanksgiving, and number 2, Christmas. Now, obviously, during our time off, we won't be back until like February, March, sometime around there. So that means the new year goes by. So that's stuff that we just have fun doing in the last 2 episodes. So on this one, we want to have a little fun talking about some taboos and some traditions. You know, that's why it's called Let's Get Ready to Rumble, because sometimes these taboos, when you get a bunch of people together who may only see each other once or twice a year, then you mix in, lots of food that people have been sniffing for hours while it's still being cooked by grandma in the kitchen. Add alcohol, add in the alcohol, and getting mad because if you're either
and your Uncle Fred. No, I'm sorry, I don't know about you, but I
didn't have an Uncle Fred.
Personally,
I did
don't
not
have an Uncle Fred. But I can't tell you how many people tell me stories, and it always starts with Uncle Fred. And I'm like, y'all need to disown Uncle Fred. Like, if you're a Fred,
I want an Uncle Buck.
Buck was awesome. But I mean, if you have a Fred and he happens to be your uncle, don't invite him. Just don't.
I mean, wasn't the one the jerk uncle, wasn't it in Home Alone that was Fred?
I don't know. It might have been.
The one that was
It might have been.
He was only there because his brother got him the tickets.
Might have been. You might be right. I'm telling you. Fred's, I don't know. I haven't met a Fred that I remember. So
I know a Fred
Flintstone?
No,
maybe?
I worked with a guy named Fred at Wawa back when I used to work at the Wawa.
Uncle Frank.
Close enough.
Yeah, another one that's Uncle with an F. Probably not a good one.
Fred, the guy Fred that I know, he's actually a pretty cool guy. A little too much in love with Disney, but I mean, hey, I know, but he's perfect. No, he's not. He's got 2 beautiful daughters and a happily married man to his wife.
Stop.
Fred, see, I was trying to be nice about you, brother, and anyway.
But you kind of started the boat, right? Super awesome tradition. I mean, I think every single person here, remembers Thanksgiving Day. You wake up. Mom's probably woke up at 6 o'clock in the morning to just start cooking. It starts at the 6 a.m. in the morning.
Wait. She went to bed?
Well, I mean, depends. But that mom starts cooking dinner for Thanksgiving real early. I mean, I think dinner's usually served at 3 or 4 o'clock. It's
3
really
o'clock.
weird tradition that you have dinner super early on Thanksgiving. But it's because it's
3 o'clock. It's not always in the beginning.
It's not a one meal dinner. You're not eating just one meal.
15,000 courses.
Well, you're eating over the course of the next 4 hours. So you know what I mean? But
you're eating, going comatose, and then eating again.
The biggest taboo, the no-no of no-nos, is that you don't go in the kitchen when mom is cooking.
Oh, huge taboo.
You do not do that. You do not go in that kitchen. I mean, unless you are literally either doing one of 2 things. Taking out the trash, because you got to take out the trash.
Or she called you in.
Or she has asked you to come in for a split second to do something. You do not go in that kitchen.
And God help you if you pick up a seasoning and go near something.
Oh my goodness!
All right, I had
a funeral on Thanksgiving.
Taboo. Don't touch the food.
Yeah. That's why you're not allowed in the kitchen.
For those of us who had,
and all of us want to go in and do the, and you get that.
and for those of us who have a family
you
member,
all right over here. How'd you smack my hand?
a family member in that kitchen who might have even the slightest bit of Italian in them, you will get a backhand and laid out. You'll be laid smooth.
I can't tell you. And look, if you're watching, you're listening, comment, put some comments in there, some taboos. If we're on point with these taboos, and if you happen to have a taboo of your own, maybe a tradition, a family thing that you guys can mention. But I can't tell you. Like growing up, my mom, we always went out for Thanksgiving because it was just me and my mom usually. Thanksgiving dinner.
That should be a taboo.
We didn't do well. No. We went to family. We went to my grandparents' house. Like Thanksgiving was at my grandparents' house. We were the traveling.
I thought you were going to Denny's. No,
we were the traveling out.
What's your name? Scott.
That is a taboo.
Calvin? That is my son.
That is a taboo. That is a taboo.
You go out on
Thanksgiving. That's taboo. That's a taboo.
Your son, who lives with his mother and his grandmother, goes to Denny's for Thanksgiving.
Yes, goes out.
Both?
Usually either Denny's, IHOP. They went to. Okay,
so then his mother and his grandmother should be.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Smacked.
I'm aware. That's just how it is. And it is huge taboo.
Nobody should ever spend. Nobody should spend Thanksgiving in a restaurant or home alone.
Yeah.
Hint.
Well,
sorry.
Well, look. I mean, one of the things, a tradition we have in our home is tradition. We actually, and maybe we do a taboo tradition. I don't know. We didn't really script this out, but for us, and you've been a part of it for quite a while,
multiple years, ever since I split up with my ex.
We believe in it's part of the family unit and stuff. You get together, but you know what? You should be thankful for the people that you have in your life, and not just the food that's on the table. So one of the things we really do is we open our door to people who, would be home, family's not going to come up this year, something like that, whatever, a tradition gets busted because of somebody who recently passed away. I know that happens a lot of times.
For me, it was our founding pastor, all of our founding pastor, actually, the church we go to, he, when me and my ex split, because of the way that custody is laid out, it's just easier to have my kids go with her on Thursday, because she has them Monday through till Thursday. So you get them on Thanksgiving. So I was going to end up being Thanksgiving alone. And I wasn't given an option. I was told you're coming originally. Yeah, you're coming. There's no way I'm because they know me. I tend to, if I get too much into my head, I get depressed. I get,
and holidays tend to bring depression.
And at the time I was a huge Grinch. So right after Thanksgiving is Christmas, and then I get real crotchety. But now I'm a reformed Grinch, and I've been playing Christmas music since the day after Halloween. And for all of you who call that a taboo, y'all can go suck on a dead dog's nose.
Oddly specific.
And not for nothing, but
what that's a movie. You know what that quote is from.
You know what that's from.
No, Hook. What? Oh, Rufio, why don't you go suck on a dead dog's nose?
So what's a taboo? What's a taboo you got?
Taboo? Well, I mean, really, the taboos you already mentioned are there.
Well, we only mentioned one so far.
That was the only one. You just didn't go to grandma. Like, when we were talking about this, we were talking about, you don't mention politics or religion during Thanksgiving.
That's the other one. Taboo.
I've always
politics.
Done it.
At the dinner table.
I still talk politics.
Well,
why?
Well, at our house, you can. It's welcome conversation in our home.
I talk politics, but everybody who knows me, whether they're on the left or the right, they may get irritated with me. But I never look at an opportunity to discuss politics as a way to start an argument. I don't want to start an argument. I want to have a discussion. I do. He knows this. I've had many a discussion with people where they start yelling at me, and I'm like, why are you yelling? I just want to learn. I'm not trying to tick you off. I want to hear your side. Let's go.
But I will say this, though.
And anybody who says that talking about religion is a faux pas or taboo on Thanksgiving, you're barking up the wrong tree. Yeah. Especially since a bunch of Christians invented the holiday.
Well, but that's the religious part, right?
And okay, maybe all right, if you're coming in yelling Allah Akbar, you can leave that stuff back at the sandbox.
You didn't say it right. Aloha snack bar.
All right, if you're out there yelling Aloha snack bar, you can go back to
Best thing I ever
you can
picked
go
up from a
back to
conference.
the
That's
Stone
fantastic.
Age, aka Afghanistan, and you can do that there.
Go back to your sand and stone.
And we would say that we would bomb you to the Stone Age, but that's like Tuesday.
So here's the thing:
blow it up, and we move one pile of rubble from here to over here.
When you blow them up, you actually did some renovation. No, but seriously. Oh, honey, did you pick new window? Oh, they did window. Oh, that's great. Well, thank Allah for this. Oh, rent's gonna go up now.
Thank Allah. Her property value just went up.
Oh man, you
It's
guys.
worth 2 shillings now.
Oh, I like that one. Yes.
Oh man, you guys.
Yes,
So much.
that eventually happens when alcohol is applied. If you're not looking at the chat right now,
Oh yeah, bringing up other-
old airing dirty laundry and
like that.
family grudges. That usually happens after the alcohol has been poured mightily,
Yeah.
and usually that one either happens before the meal starts and grandma's got to come out and knock some sense into people, or it happens after the food happens and then people start leaving.
Yeah. But I will say this though, when you bring up the politics, religion thing and the taboo that's supposedly so taboo, at this holiday, Thanksgiving especially, if people would really do their homework and their history and study a bit, you'd find out that if you were just talking about the reason why you're celebrating this holiday, the reason why this holiday matters and it's important, you have to bring up both of those subjects in order to cover this material. So, I feel like it's kind of like,
unless you're one of the trumpets, part of the MAGA cult, you know who you are. Okay.
Well, but
I'm thankful for baby Jesus and Trump.
Well,
really?
But here's the thing: even
listen, Ricky Bobby.
In this particular case, right? If you're talking about the history of it, right? You're talking about the Mayflower. You're talking about the Pilgrims. You're talking about but why did they come? That's important.
Religious persecution.
Right? And so they come here and they're doing what they're doing, and then they make a pact with this tribe. And you talk about the story of Squanto, which people don't know, and I think it's a really good story to actually teach people. You actually find out a little bit more in the politics side if you go down the line, which I think
we can do that with Indian.
Hold on,
Appreciation
I'm not talking about that. Deep frying a frozen turkey is not a taboo. That's death. It's not a taboo.
It's a bomb.
It's a bomb, literally. No, don't do that. That's bad. Okay, not at all.
That's
terrible
Thanksgiving
idea.
fireworks.
All right, but the politics of it, though, the politics of Thanksgiving actually has a lot to do with, again, doing history and understanding how this holiday became a national holiday. There's this guy. Many people don't know him. He was a president. He's really famous though. He did something else in top of this. I think he set the slaves free. He did this thing called the Emancipation Proclamation. You guys know about that? You know about that thing?
Oh yeah, that Obama, right?
Yeah, that guy.
No, it was Joe Biden. It was President Kamala Harris.
It was JFK. It was JFK, right? He got shot in the head. Oh no, the other guy who got shot in the head. That's right. Sorry, Abe Lincoln. Right, but you know what? He's the one who actually made it a national holiday because he believed that the recognition of being thankful for the things that the Lord has done and has given to this great nation needed to be celebrated, not just where it was normally celebrated, which was up north, because the southern people did not have the same experiences. So they didn't have the same come out.
Well, the other thing that people don't also realize is at the same time that he instituted the holiday of Thanksgiving for the very reasons of what the Puritans did, he also recommitted to the covenant that the Pilgrims had made with God to begin with when they came to this land. Yes, I get it. We did not discover it. Okay, we kind of bumped into it blind in the dark because nobody knew it was here except for the people here. No, we did, however, conquer it, and we ain't giving it back. Suck it up, Buttercup.
Yeah.
But
we won.
Yeah, we won. We had better stuff.
And look, don't want to hear about all the people who want to get on the trumpets and go, oh yeah, well, the Indians own the land first. I'm like, yep, they did. They were also murdering each other ad nauseum over it before we showed up. They didn't. One tribe did not own it.
The Moors
sped up the process.
Okay. No. Hold on.
No. They were having wars upon wars upon each other.
Wait. Any other nation had landed there and decided to colonize that land, there would be no Native Americans.
Yep.
Just
look what the conquistadors did to Mexico.
Any other country that was doing any form of colonization.
Look what Spain did to Mexico and what they did to California.
Go ahead. No, I'm just saying. Go through, run it, check it, see if I'm wrong.
Look what the Moors did to Italy for hundreds of years.
Annihilation. They don't let people live when they come and colonize a new nation. Matter of fact, biblically speaking, most of the people who even were of Christian roots, if you read your Bible in the Old Testament, guess what you would normally do? You're not mingling with them. You're not Pocahontas and what was his name?
John Smith.
You're not doing that. Who, by the way, Pocahontas was not pretty. FYI, just in case, get the Disney image out of your head. Not at all what she looked like. But
I'm sorry, due to the way that they took care of their teeth, none of them were good looking.
No, but I'm not even saying that. But what I'm saying is,
look at the Brits. They're all good looking until they smile, and then it's like, ugh.
Yeah, but so the thing is it's like if you want to get on that wagon, even if you want to go and say you could rewrite history, what we did with the natives, still to this day, which
could have been worse.
By the way, what we're doing to them now is worse than what we did to them when we came here. At least we were incorporating them into the things of society. Now you guys want to delete them completely. No Washington Redskins. No Cleveland Indians. No Indian anything. Matter of fact, if the word Indian comes out of your mouth, you're a racist and a bigot.
Funny,
so you can't even say that anymore.
And wait. And you know what that causes is trumpeted by white women. White libtard women, because now the native
be specific.
No, yeah, white libtard women.
My wife is white and also a woman, and I don't want her coming down
Yuki,
here.
So she's a special breed.
I don't want her coming down here and beating you with a stick and a spoon with her babushka on.
Yeah, I know. That's the Yuki part. I am worried.
And
about
we'll laugh at it while it's happening.
I'll laugh too.
I laugh. The
toaster laughed. I shot the toaster.
But the funny thing is that now you have these Native American groups are suing Washington. The what are they called now? The Washington General, whatever they are.
But did you hear the news?
They're suing them because they want the name back.
They're suing them for it.
Yes,
I love it.
Fantastic.
White people fought to get rid of it. I love it. Let's get rid of Uncle Ben Rice and Aunt Jemima pancakes and replace it with white people. Because having them on the boxes is racist. I would think removing them from the box to put a white guy on it is racist.
Yes.
Morons!
I think they're more off than on.
No, right? But I digress.
I have a good tradition and taboo.
All right, what you got? Shoot, brother.
So mine is a tradition is having to have football playing while the game, while as soon as it's on, it doesn't turn off. That is on, and it stays on, and it never turns off.
What about Thanksgiving Day parade?
No, thanks.
No. The Thanksgiving Day parade actually is on at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, that's what I said. Do you do the?
Oh yeah. We watched, we watched that before that.
So look, the TV comes on. I think at like 9 o'clock.
Yeah,
and it stays on until like 10 o'clock at night.
It stays on from the Thanksgiving Day
parade
until and then to the football thing. But the taboo thing is you don't touch the TV, not the volume.
At this point,
not the channel. I don't care if you don't like it. It's on.
My thing is that why are you watching the libtard football league?
Because it's still football.
No, it's not. It's not anymore.
To me, it's still football.
So here's the thing. Even if you're not, and look, I'm no longer a football fan. I'm not really a football fan. I'm not a football fan anymore either. But I will give you this. I do watch football when it's Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And it's just because, you know what, there is this ounce of tradition that's in this.
You know why we
holiday
watch
because of
football?
Thanksgiving Day.
Why we watch football on Thanksgiving? Because with all the other hubbub going on, we need comedy because it's always the Detroit Lions fighting somebody that.
Well, look, I mean, the Detroit Lions are going to be a good game. That might be a good watch now.
They might actually.
They're not. No,
And the Dallas
stop.
And the Dallas
Don't give them hope. Do not give them hope. Okay, do
They
not.
already have
do
hope.
not
Have you
give-
even looked into these people? They
No,
already have
don't give
hope.
Detroit anything hope, okay? Because all they need is a little bit of hope. They're going to start thinking things are going to turn around, and then their city's literally going to explode behind.
It's gonna burn.
You talk about how you want like Eagles Stadium to implode. That will happen in Detroit. They'll be like, "Oh, we're going to the Super Bowl," and boom, there goes your whole stadium and your team with it. Oh, guys, so close. What do we do now? I don't know. Bring out the Commanders.
Bring out the engines.
Bring out the natives. So, yeah, but no, man, you cleared your plate.
It was good. What the heck? Why wouldn't I?
I need to stop talking so I can eat more.
Well, she already yelled at you for not eating.
She did. More volume on Steve, please.
Oh, sorry.
So, another really good tradition, I think, and it's one that I can't do anymore. I liked doing it though.
What?
It was fun, and I know my brother right there remembers this tradition. And when you're younger, I guess maybe you can do it, but you actually go and play football. If it's not, if it's nice out, you know what I mean. You go play football, tag football. You know what I mean. Whatever. Do you remember that day?
Oh,
Do you remember the Sam's Club League?
oh man!
Do you remember
I
that?
forgot about that.
You don't remember that?
God, so long.
So we had, this was hysterical. So we had at work at the time, this was, oh gosh, almost 20 years ago,
Yeah,
maybe
20 years ago.
about 20 years ago,
Yep.
maybe like 19, 18 years
Yeah.
ago, something like that. So we're in our 20s. We were working at the same place at Sam's Club, and our boss decides to put a sign-up sheet for a Thanksgiving Day football game. So the store was closed.
Obviously.
So it was nice.
This was back when stores
So it
closed on Thanksgiving.
Well, Sam's Club did because Walmart was open. But so we had a Thanksgiving morning, showed up at this one field in Washington Township, and we went there, and it was about like, but the other it was the Deptford store versus our store, and the Deptford store, man, they hired like little college football players. They hired actual college football players like for a week of work to have ringers in this little game that it was ridiculous. And we're playing touch. We're not playing tackle.
Right.
So like, I mean, you're going to push, you're going to, when you tackle somebody, it's not like, I got you. You're like running full speed and you go, whoa, like this.
Yeah.
And they fly over to the side or whatever. So we're playing, and I'm quarterback for our team. And Scott, who's our manager, he runs a beautiful slant, and he takes off, and he's got the perimeter. He's right on the outside edge of the numbers. I catch him right in stride. He turns, perfect timing. Ball's coming right at him, hits him right in the breadbasket, and he's gone. He's going to the end zone. Yeah. Well, their one ringer dude who was like 6'3", 240-pound linebacker weight is playing strong safety in the backfield, and he runs at him like a truck. All I see is him going this way. He's coming at him like a T, and I saw Scott's hat go, and that was it. He knocked him out. Knocked him out. He had to go to the hospital on Thanksgiving Day.
Like, well, guys, I guess that's
broke
it.
his ribs. It was touch football, and he broke his ribs. We finished the game.
That's messed up.
We finished the game. I think we won. We won. We ended up winning, and it was like a close game, but we ended up winning. And oh man, I was like, all this good fun, and it was like, and my boss went home to go to a hospital with broken ribs. I was like, oh my gosh, man. But like that tradition of just like going outside, throwing the football. Yeah. You have kids, you know what I mean? It's great time.
My family was more along the lines of going out and playing paintball in the backyard.
Yeah, some outdoor activity. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be football, but you know what I mean? Like,
Nobody does that anymore.
Oh, nobody goes outside anymore.
Nobody goes
You
outside.
can't get them
your
to
kid
unplug.
off of their cell phone for 2 seconds. Good luck.
or
Good luck.
their video game.
Mine I'd be okay with, but he's one of the
now,
very
now,
rare.
now you know what'll happen? Everybody will go outside and go Monster Hunter now.
Shut up! It's a good
Guilty.
game.
But I mean, but still,
At least I'm not catching Pokemon anymore.
But still,
So the Detroit Lions are going to be playing the Green Bay Packers, who are terrible.
so Green Bay's going to get lost.
So Detroit might actually get their first win in I don't know how long, how many.
I don't think
In
they've
Green
ever.
Bay?
No. I don't think they haven't won a Thanksgiving game in like decades.
We're in Green Bay. I don't know which one
No,
it
it's
is.
in Detroit.
It's in Detroit. Okay.
It's in Detroit.
Okay, well, I mean,
Usually the Thanksgiving game it's Dallas has a game, Detroit has a game,
Yep.
and it's usually in their home.
Yeah.
nobody cares about Dallas. Sorry,
I'm a Dallas fan. I don't even care about Dallas
I know.
because I don't care about I'm going to take the knee league or the Black Lives Matter league, whatever
What
you
you
want to
got?
call it.
I'm going to look up the last time they won a Thanksgiving Day.
Maybe their Thanksgiving is going to be full of thanks. Hey, look, it's better than that 1 year.
How's their water doing?
But it's better. It's better than that's Flint, Michigan.
Well, Detroit had an issue too.
No, it's Flint.
No, I know Flint did, but I thought Detroit had.
Flint still does.
No, I'm sorry.
They bring it up every 4 years.
Detroit has a crime issue.
No, they don't. They have an innocence issue. Nobody's innocent in Detroit. It's all criminals. It's pretty bad when they do a movie called Four Brothers in Detroit, and they didn't need to. They didn't build. They could have easily went to a studio, built a town, and blew up those houses. Mm-hmm. No, they went to Detroit where houses are literally boarded up, and in the major gunfight in the movie, they blew up houses that had nobody living in them for decades.
If they did it, Snake Plissken escaped from Detroit, I don't think he would have escaped. Just being honest, seriously.
I mean,
I'm just curious.
You ain't wrong. Let the CC. What was it? What was it? What was the RoboCop? Was it CCP?
No, it wasn't CCP. That's the Chinese Communist Party.
No, but it was CC something.
Food's delicious.
Yes,
the food is fantastic.
The food was fantastic.
Very good. I actually like to end the show now so I can just scarf down the food. I have to talk and do this at the same time, and I'm not talking with my mouth full.
I loved my Pilgrim's
So what you got?
So they have a record of 37 wins, 44 losses, and 2 ties.
Really?
Detroit does?
For Thanksgiving?
On Thanksgiving Day.
I thought they were way worse than that.
83 games. He played 83 years.
Yeah, because they were the first to do that. Then they brought Dallas in to do it.
Since 1934.
Wow. That's pretty crazy.
That's pretty great. That's a crazy stat.
That's before Super Bowl era. Before Super Bowl era.
Yeah, well before Super Bowl era.
That was before it was in, I think before the year was in NFC, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's true.
It was just one division at that time.
Yeah, I think talking during
Oh, no, it's OCP.
OCP, yeah.
Talking
OCP.
during Thanksgiving for us was pretty much a taboo. We really didn't talk during Thanksgiving. Like
During the meal.
Like, you don't talk at all. We can watch and we can make comments on the game, but you don't talk during Thanksgiving. You thank the food. You thank the
What'd the
mom
food
who
do?
made it.
What'd the food do? You don't thank the
It was
food.
there.
It's in his belly.
It was in my stomach.
Look, I know I thank my
that's it.
pants
You
for
don't
holding
talk.
up to the extra pressure. Although I can't say that
button holding on for dear life.
What's funny
It's like Stallone and Cliffhanger. It's like,
What's funny is the fact that I lost 100 pounds this year, and I haven't I have to wear I've had to put so many
So you
holes in
got
my
room.
belt. I've got room in these pants now. I got lots of room to fill.
You're prepared.
I don't even have to unbutton these.
You're prepared.
I'm
That's good.
prepared. I'm prepared.
So,
Great. So all that work's going to go down the drain on Thursday.
I mean, look, it's hard.
Look, we're in that season, man. You go from Thanksgiving, the meal that everybody gorges themselves on, then you go to Christmas baking season?
I will tell you this.
Oh, you're in trouble.
I'll tell you this.
Oh, you making you pie on Thursday, though?
Yeah, I am. I'm going to bring you another taboo.
What's that?
And this goes to all my brothers and sisters out there.
What's the taboo?
I've been to a few of them households.
Okay, what's the taboo?
That taboo is if you're in a brother and sister Thanksgiving, you eat whatever they give you.
That is correct.
Yep.
You eat it.
That's
you
it.
do not say no. You do not ask about it.
Look, collard greens.
They put it on your plate. You go, thank you, and you eat it. And that's a weird thing too, because that was another thing. I'm used to, like, for us, I don't know.
It's almost like buffet style.
It's kind of buff. It's either like you either do like buffet style because you got a lot of people, so you got to do buffet style, or it's at the table, everybody's passing the food around, right?
And you grab what you want, and that's
typically, you know what I mean? You pass it around. If you don't want it, you pass it around, whatever. So I've had two experiences with friends of mine who I went over and I was invited to their homes for Thanksgiving. And we were doing Thanksgiving, but maybe it was like another day or something like that. I forget how it was going. Or they were doing theirs early because they had family coming or something. I forget how it was, but it was their Thanksgiving. And now, mind you, I am not a culture snob. If you cook food, I will eat it.
Yep, I will try it.
I will eat it, and I will like it most likely because it's usually made well and good. And if you are a Southern brother or sister and you can cook, I will come over to your house and eat whatever you want to cook. But I learned this when I went there. Like, I was handed a plate by my friend, and he said, "Go in the kitchen." I said, "Okay." He said, "What, you never did this before?" I'm like, "I don't know what I'm doing, bro. It's your home. I'm the guest. I don't know. I'm used to sitting at a table." And he's like, "Oh, no. You have to walk in. My mom's going to just walk in front of you and put everything on the plate." And I'm like, "Oh, I don't do." She's like, "Oh, no, you're not touching anything." I'm like, "Okay. Thank you. And I asked one time, I said, "What's this?" And she looked at me. She said, "You'll like it." Moved on. Didn't tell me what it was.
Yeah, it's another thing,
now,
too.
I will tell you, I did not eat the one thing that is everybody, like, say, "Oh, no. You already mentioned it once." No, I didn't eat the chitlins because they didn't make the chitlins. Because guess what? That's another weird thing. Everybody thinks, black people, soul food, they like chitlins. No.
Not all of them do.
Not all of them. They don't all like it.
Look, the problem with chitlins
but they do like collard greens.
And they're fantastic.
They do like cornbread.
And they like ham hock.
They do like fried chicken. And you go, wait a minute, it's Thanksgiving. I didn't stutter.
You'll have turkey and fried chicken.
But they will also have fried chicken, and they have mac and cheese.
As a butcher, I can confer that this is actually accurate.
This is true. And now there might other be some things. They might get some ham hocks in there.
Yep.
Well, no, the ham hock is used in the collard greens.
It's cooked with. I know it's in the collard greens. But I'm just saying.
Look, if you
go to a brother and sister's home, you you take what was given to you and you eat it.
If you go to a brother's house and you have good blood pressure, when you leave, you're going to have bad blood pressure.
You have a lot of sodium in your body at one time.
And it's going to be fantastic.
You're slightly dehydrated.
You're going to love it. You are going to love every bit of it.
It's true.
But you may need to start taking pills afterwards.
So another taboo, talking about the brothers and the sisters, you don't ask what's in the mac and cheese.
Well, they're not going to tell you. You can ask.
That's a family recipe.
You can ask. They're not going to tell you.
Die for that one.
I will tell you this, though. I will tell you this. I asked about the cornbread.
If you are a white person.
I asked about the cornbread.
Yeah.
I did ask about the cornbread. And I was told, boldface, there's no way I would get that recipe. Ever. My friend looked at me dead face and he said, she ain't going to tell you what's in her cornbread recipe. I'm her son, and I don't even know what she does. I'm told to leave the house when she's baking it.
Yep.
I'm like, are you serious? And he's like, dead serious. I'm like, no, that's a joke. And they're not joking. He's deadpan serious telling me. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to ask anyway. He's like, she's not going to tell you. I'm like, all right, fine. So I asked her. I'm like, your cornbread was so good. I said, I really, really, really would love to know how you make this because this is so good. It's like the best cornbread I've ever had. And she said, I can't tell you. And I said, that's fine. I understand. It's a secret recipe. And she says, it's not that secret. And I'm like, well, you're not telling me, so it's got to be secret, right? And she's like, come here. And she bring me over. She says, it's box mix with cream corn. That's it. I'm like, oh, that's it? And she says, you tell anybody, I kill you. And I'm like, oh, okay, all right, it's a secret. I ain't telling nobody. everybody. I mean, I just told a bunch of people, but that's it.
You're dead.
Well,
I mean,
Nice knowing you, brother.
I guess Steve will be in the front of the camera soon anyway.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I didn't say names, so nobody knows who I'm talking about. So there you go. Ding. I'm a smart guy. That's why all that's up there.
But they know.
If they watching this, then they can come find me, all right? But I'm just saying. No, but it's like you know what? Though? That's another really funny tradition and taboo. It's kind of a both, right?
Yeah.
Like how many? Like I know your mom.
Yeah.
I know your mom. She didn't tell you what was in her secret
She
recipe.
never told us nothing was in there. Like her stuffing is like the best I've ever had.
And you will never replicate it.
I'll never replicate it.
Yeah, it probably was stovetop.
And probably she just added a few.
She probably
little
like
things in it.
stovetop, and she probably put like an extra pound of salt in it,
She probably just put sugar or something.
or
in it.
MSG.
No, my mom. I put sugar in it.
It's sugar.
Straight
There's like sugar and cherry tomatoes in it. Like, why are there tomatoes in it? I'm Italian. Shut up.
Look, all I know is there are some of you individuals out there. Here's a taboo for me. I catch one person putting raisins or apples in their stuffing. You get stabbed. You also get uninvited. That one is such. I can't. Fruit does not belong in the stuffing.
Look at that tradition. That is 100% tradition.
What?
Third one up.
Oh yes, we watched the Muppet Christmas Carol not only on Thanksgiving but like 30 other times during the season.
And I'll fight you if you tell me that it is not the best Christmas movie of all time.
It's number 2.
It's the best Christmas movie.
It's number 2. Number 1 is Die Hard.
And name me a better Scrooge than Michael Caine.
Michael Caine.
Michael Caine.
Michael Caine.
Michael Caine.
He is the best Scrooge.
He's
yes,
the best Scrooge.
Yes.
He's the best
I will
one.
give you that
He's the
one.
best one.
Over Bill Murray.
Look, I like Bill Murray as Scrooge.
Yes. No.
But I'm sorry, Michael Caine did a way better
Michael
Scrooge.
Caine-
Really
Michael-
close. Bill Murray didn't play Scrooge. He played Bill Murray playing as an actor playing somebody else who's playing Scrooge.
He was a dude playing a dude playing another
No,
dude.
he's just Bill Murray.
Being Bill
He
Murray.
was just being Bill Murray.
Yeah,
Which
no.
is great. Yeah, the movie's fantastic. I love Scrooge. Don't get me wrong.
I've watched so many different versions of Christmas Carol.
Shiny bastard.
I've watched so many different versions of the Christmas Carol, and I even was in the play. I was in the musical for high school, so I've actually read all of Christmas Carol, which what you see in the movies or in most plays, you're only getting part of it. You're not even getting the whole story.
No.
I digress. Anyway, but yes, Michael Caine as Scrooge, the best Scrooge.
Now, see, I know we'll get in arguments about Christmas movie here because for me, Muppets Christmas Carol is the best Christmas movie.
It's number two. It's number 2.
But I don't agree with both of you, and both of you like the same Christmas movie.
What one?
I think both of you. Huh?
I don't like the same one he does.
What one?
I
are you
hate Die
talking about?
Hard.
No, that's not the one. That's not his number one.
Yeah, it is.
No,
That's
it isn't.
my number 1.
Your number one Christmas movie is Die Hard?
Yes.
Okay, that's
Garbage.
stupid. Look, as much as I can get into an agreement with you about Die Hard being a Christmas movie, I'm not arguing that point. But that is not the best Christmas movie.
Now, the best Santa Claus. Jim Carrey, anything Jim Carrey did for Christmas is
No,
garbage.
I will say this. I'm sorry.
No, Jim Carrey was horrible.
He wasn't Jim Carrey as what?
As Scrooge.
Oh,
She's
in the
talking about
CGI one?
Yeah, garbage.
No, but I will tell you, Jim Carrey is the Grinch, though.
Yes.
Okay, yes.
He's the best Grinch.
He's the only Grinch.
He's the only Grinch.
He's the only Grinch.
Well, no, he's the only live action
Live
Grinch.
action Grinch, yeah. But-
Okay, now, I will say the best Santa Claus in a movie is Kirk Douglas.
No, well, see, no, I know.
Have you seen it, Santa Claus Chronicles? Far better than anything Tim Allen did.
No.
Far better.
All right, so here's the thing. I'm not even talking
I
about
hate
that.
Netflix,
But if
and that's where it's
if
at.
If you pull Die Hard out of your Christmas movies, if you just pull it out of your Christmas movies, because it's an action film
It's a Christmas
that took
movie.
place in Christmas, I agree with you. It's a Christmas movie,
Action movie.
but it isn't.
It doesn't
action
matter.
movie. But hold on,
Technically, Jingle All the Way is an action movie, and that's a Christmas movie.
Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. It's different.
Yeah, it's not the same thing.
Put down the cookies. No, but what's your other most favorite Christmas movie? Because I
Well,
think the
number 2 is
Muppets?
Muppet. Well, if you take Die Hard out, number 1 is Muppets.
Okay.
Christmas Carol.
Okay.
One of my top ones, due to the fact that it is a tradition for Christmas and Thanksgiving, is
I think it's the same one.
Christmas Story.
Oh, no.
I hate
That's-
Christmas
I hate
Story.
Christmas
I
Story.
hate Christmas Story.
You're right. You're alone on that one.
That's fine.
You're absolutely
And you're fine to be wrong.
no.
No.
It's a Wonderful
You want
Life.
to know why he likes it? It's and
That's my number 2.
Hold on, and that is my least favorite Christmas movie of all time.
Wow.
Can't stand it. Super depressing. Why would I want to watch a depressing movie? For
Actually, I think it's very enlightening.
it's depressing.
Oh, I think it's a great movie.
It's depressing. Super depressing. Look, it's literally about depression. The movie's about depression.
Right, but he overcomes it.
I understand
That's
it.
the whole point.
It's a
of the
depressing movie.
Technically,
90% of the movie is depressing.
If you read the book, The Christmas Carol, it's a totally depressing book until the end when he goes, "Oh, I love Christmas. I've saved my soul."
I get it. I'm just saying the movie itself, is a very depressing movie for me, and I just can't
But
get
that's
into it.
Christmas tradition.
I'm not a big fan. But no, well, I mean, because you start the movies kind of like on Thanksgiving, and that's kind of like what Jessie was saying. Like she was saying that, like for us, like we have,
No, I have to watch-
we have a couple traditions, and I
I
will
do
say,
have to watch the Thanksgiving Day Parade. I always like.
I do watch the Thanksgiving Day
Macy's
Parade.
Thanksgiving Day Parade
Yeah.
is I don't care.
when we're cooking, because like we get together, but we prep some of the food that we're bringing, so we're not it's not all cooked at the house. But one of the traditions, I enjoy it, and I'm admitting this, so she's gonna have record, but that's okay. But we watched this one episode of Gilmore Girls. It is the episode where they literally go on 4 Thanksgivings. Now, the reason why I enjoy this is because one of the characters, Suki, who is Melissa McCarthy's character, she's a chef, and she lost a bet to her husband, and so for her chef skills on Thanksgiving have to be tabled because her husband is going to get a deep fryer and deep fry the turkey. And she's drunk out of her mind while they're deep frying everything in sight. And it's hysterical. And I love that part of that entire episode. It is funny. It is just funny, antical hilarity. And honestly, you know her. She's a Gilmore geek.
She's a girl.
She's a girl. And Gilmore Girls. I get it.
fine.
But that episode is actually funny to watch while you are cooking all the food. Because you're distracted. You know what I mean? You're
Yeah.
cooking. It's in the background.
I will
It's
say
not really
this.
like,
I
I'm
do
not going
wanna-
to be watching a
I do want to bring up one taboo.
Okay.
This one is I get this one makes my skin crawl. Not only because of the person that is my ex that used to do it, but anybody who does it. Okay, it is absolutely sacrilegious, un-American, and shows just how much of a Philistine you are and need Jesus. If you come to that dinner table with a sectioned plate.
Well, no. Be specific.
Yeah, I'd be a little bit more specific.
I mean, where nothing can touch ever.
yes, that's a huge,
Okay.
huge thing.
Yeah.
I'm talking, look, it's Thanksgiving. You pile everything up on one giant pile that includes the cranberry sauce and the roll and everything else, and you cover it in gravy. And you've got your mound of food, and you go and you stuff yourself to comatose.
Yes.
And then you go, you take a nap.
But here's the thing: what I loved about
seen
this, I
people
watched her do this, and it was like the second I think
fried
that's she's quoting the show.
Oh.
Ignore. So I believe it was Irene told her, she's like, "Oh, you forgot the gravy," and she poured gravy on top. She just went to the trash can and went. Boop, and threw it in the trash.
My ex.
She threw the whole plate of
threw it
food
away?
in the trash
Because she made
poured
it
gravy
on
on top
everything.
of everything. She can't have anything touching anything
Nothing.
at all.
And
Nothing.
no matter how many times, I told her,
All right, hold on,
the minute you
hold on.
eat it, it all touches your stomach.
Now I know you're out on this. Because you hate the corn, but that's fine. Okay, but as a typical traditional like things you have at Thanksgiving, you have the mashed potatoes, you have the stuffing, you have corn, you have cranberry sauce, turkey,
Green bean casserole,
and maybe some other things. But those are like the traditional, like typical, atypical thing. This is a thing for me. I don't know if I'm alone, but I literally put my corn on my mashed potatoes.
Yes.
Well, I mean, like, so for me, like,
I just put the corn right on the mashed potatoes. I mix the corn and mashed potatoes.
I am like the pickiest.
Delicious.
I am the pickiest, as these guys will agree.
Yes,
One of the
you're
pickiest
picky
eaters.
eater. Yeah.
If it's a vegetable, it's most likely not going on
It's
his
not
plate.
going on my.
Although you have gotten better. with
I've
that.
gotten better.
You have.
I have gotten better.
You have gotten better.
But I'm still
Celery's just
very, very picky.
green water. Celery is
negative
green water.
calories.
Even me, I'll take my turkey and I dip it in my gravy,
Mashed
potatoes, and use it as a dipping sauce for my turkey and eat it that way.
Yeah.
Same thing with my stuffing. I'll take the stuffing, dip it in some mashed
Absolutely.
potatoes, and eat it together. Because that's normal. That's Thanksgiving.
No, my ex, if any one thing. Okay, the first time we went to somebody else's house for Thanksgiving, all she put on the plate was a turkey and mashed potatoes. That was it. Because she can't stand stuffing.
And
she'll eat stuffing as long as it's not cooked in the bird.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense.
What, the Christmas coloring page? Yeah, okay. You're allowed. We do not do that at Thanksgiving. If you pick the ultra hard, tiny color that we're all coloring for 3 hours.
3 hours.
And still aren't done more than a quarter of the picture. That year was the worst. Oh my God. All right,
However, it's a good tradition.
Okay, it's a great tradition. Okay, like I said, I joined him, my brother, my sisters, who his wife, their family, and his family all together for Thanksgiving.
Think about this: you have everybody together.
No. But they usually get these coloring pages, and it's a coloring book page, but it's got a picture, and then underneath it's got your Christmas list. So what you do is everybody does it. Everybody does one, and that way everybody sees what you would like for Christmas, and that's the one you pass around to everybody. This one year. My sister's mom, I'm not even going to mention her name.
I already did.
Oh, you already did? Anyway,
You can throw it around.
Irene, we love Irene to death, but she got these pictures. They were beautiful pictures. If you had 3 weeks to color the dang thing, I've seen paint by numbers that aren't this intricate. Okay, it was so bad. We're all sitting there. Our hands are getting crippled from carpal tunnel trying to color these things for 3 hours. Thanksgiving was over. We were going to play board games and do other fun things. There was nothing else done but coloring.
No.
We had to go into alternate boxes of crayons and coloring pencils because we killed the ones we have. It took so long. 3 hours later, everybody had an input. Nobody had a list because nobody finished coloring.
It's so true.
So
But go ahead.
I could. So I'm gonna put this on the camera. This is gonna look really weird, but I'll show you what basically.
It was like that on a Christmas thing.
Yes.
So what everybody can understand. It's gonna look a little weird. Let's see. Focus.
Yep.
There you
Up
go.
a little bit.
Yep. Perfect.
It was like that, but a Christmas coloring book thing.
Yeah. So color that, and then write your wish list. And if you were good, it wasn't her. It was Jess.
Yeah,
by the way,
so-
she wasn't. It was you're blaming the wrong person.
Oh, I
was
thought it was
her.
Irene that did
No,
it.
it was Jessie. Yeah, but it's. But here's the thing. Minus the
so bad.
minus the expert level one. But the reason I'm going to give you the reason, so she's not left out there. I don't want to leave her out there orphan.
Dude,
But
beautiful pictures.
we had been
3 weeks.
coloring for 8 years the same Santa who had his sack. It was like a kid's coloring page. It was like really simple Santa with his sack of gifts, and you colored the Santa and then did your gift list. And it was like, okay, fine. Well, when you're me, an artist,
He
by
draws
trade.
things on it.
I'm going to color the Santa the correct time, the first time. And he's going to look great in his red suit, and all the gifts are all nice and colorful and cool. Next year, you hand me that same coloring page. Got it. Camo fatigue Santa. Next year, hippie Santa. Next year, black Santa. Next year, Jewish Santa. Oh, I did that. Oh, I went there. I kept going. And they were like, all right, we need to get rid of the Santa. This could turn into something really bad. And by the way, if they did give me another Santa, he might have been a Klansman. I don't know. I was running out of ideas, to be honest.
Did you do Chinese Santa?
I could have.
gotta have
But a
a lot
CCP, he'd have just looked like every other one.
No.
Rah, 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 rah.
That was the name of last year's Christmas episode. Fa ra 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 ra.
So here's the thing. It's, when it comes to Thanksgiving, though, I think that like a lot of the key factors to Thanksgiving is this, though. You know what I mean? Like, you have traditions.
Be thankful.
You have traditions. Where did they come from? Be thankful that you actually have traditions. Be thankful you have somebody to pass them down to. Be thankful for the things.
Hey,
that
wait. You don't have traditions. You stole them from somebody because, according to everybody else, white people have no culture.
I mean, that's true. We are literally hamburger of culture. We just are, no, meatloaf of culture. I'm sorry. We're the meatloaf of culture. We're just a mix of everything. Okay, I'm more Polish and Irish. You really don't want my tradition. Trust me.
I'm more Irish
You want to
and
know
Norse.
something?
Irish
There
and
won't be
Norse.
turkey, okay? There won't be turkey. You'll be hammered. You won't remember anything, and there's going to be a sausage in your mouth in the morning.
Hey!
And I didn't mean that in the vulgar way. I meant that
There's going to be a breakfast
there's literally
sausage.
going to be
There's
a
a breakfast
piece of
sausage.
kielbasa in your mouth, and you're not going to know where it came from. And that's Polish
Look,
and Irish.
I'm
what do you
Norse.
want? Would you really want a Polish-Irish Thanksgiving?
I'm Norse
I
and
don't.
Irish. We're gonna go pillaging if we're doing mine.
And you're gonna have your what's your meat? Your haggis.
Haggis.
You're gonna
That's
have your
Scottish.
haggis?
That's Scottish.
Okay.
Haggis is good.
Lamb?
Though. Haggis
You're
is
gonna have
good.
lamb.
Though. Lamb is good.
You're gonna have that. That's
Yeah.
it. You're gonna deep fry a lamb.
I mean,
Man, you could have killed it before
I mean,
you put it in the
the only thing is though is that I better not have. No. The only problem is that if I'm gonna cook lamb, I got to make sure that I didn't take it. That I don't have any Islamic neighbors because maybe I'm because I'm his mistress, like deep frying his mistress over here.
Gosh.
No,
man.
in all seriousness, it's not going to be Sarah. That's not the name they're going to have. Okay, Habibet or something. Punjabi. I don't know.
Enough.
Anyway.
Man.
When it comes to
That's
Thanksgiving,
terrible.
y'all, look, I realize the holidays
bad.
can be hard. Look, for me, for many years, they were really, really hard. I hate, even though I love Thanksgiving, I pretty much hated doing holiday stuff. If you have a bad history, bad traditions that were in your family, look, we all get it. Nobody's
Make new
perfect.
ones.
Make new ones. If you've got kids, make it a point to make new ones. Look, you're talking to a guy who hated Christmas for decades.
I actually want to, real quick, I want to share you this because you're mentioning something, and it's just because I was talking about it today with one of my coworkers. Like, his brother passed away right before Thanksgiving. That could, like I said, that could totally ruin, and he's young, you know what I mean? And unfortunately, it was drug-related and stuff, but, you run into that kind of situation. And he told me today, his tradition, he's going to wake up in the morning and play Pokemon with his wife. And I'm like, huh? He's like, because my brother really loved playing Pokemon. So we'll just put on Pokemon and play for like an hour.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and that's a tradition. You know what I mean? You turn
Make good
something bad
traditions.
and you make it something good. And now it's like you're remembering your brother. You know what I mean? You're celebrating it in a different way. And that's what's awesome about traditions and holidays is that, yours is going to be different from somebody else's.
Yeah.
We shouldn't all have the same traditions. That's a good thing. It's what makes you different. It's what makes it a more unique experience. But you know what? You need to have them. You need to have some traditions. Avoid the taboos, but have that interaction with your family and your friends, because honestly, that's really what Thanksgiving is about. It's about being thankful for the ones that you have, the loved ones that you get to share with. The food's great. Thank God for the provision. Thank God for the food on your table, but thank God for the people in your life.
And
Thank God for the air you still have in your lungs.
And listen, I realize it's hard. It's hard, but you've got to accept the liberals into your house. Gotta love on them. Gotta.
Yeah, everybody should have a great lynching in their.
Boo, Jessica.
Perhaps we should start.
Boo! Boo! Boo!
Oh, you think that's bad? Offline, I got one for you that's even better.
That's actually
Way
a good
better.
idea. Really.
Way better than that one. You booing that one, I got one that'll make you go, oh no. And yeah, that's good. It's good. That's good.
Look.
Just like in... Just like it's always too soon.
It's
to say
not. No, he can see without his glasses. It's fine.
it's too soon.
He'll be fine.
No,
It's too soon.
Look, he's fine.
Listen,
Honestly, I still think that's the greatest Halloween costume is you dress up as him and then you have the other half as the bee.
That is great. That's great. No. Listen.
My girl's always too soon.
Here, listen. Here's what you do for Thanksgiving. This is a great new tradition to start. You should watch Fast and the Furious because remember, Even Paul Walker was deep fried.
What do you got? Family.
But anyway, listen. Do not spend these holidays alone if you can avoid it. Do not spend them alone.
It's okay. I'll be there alone with you.
Oh, stop it.
That's not creepy
That's
or nothing.
I mean in spirit. In spirit.
Listen. If you struggle with depression, struggle with being down, his reasoning for being alone is not a bad reason. His reasoning is because he'll see his old lady later. Okay, all right, but I'll watch that later. But if you are home alone and holidays are hard, don't spend it alone. Don't go somewhere with friends and family. And those of you that have good families, that have great memories, if you've got that one coworker, that one friend that is always spending it alone and is always depressed, man, bring them to your house.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bring them to your house, open them up. I've opened up my house for people in the past. They open up we all get together. I go to somebody else's house on Thanksgiving. Yep. My kids celebrate Thanksgiving with me on Saturday. Okay, so I get a double ringer on Thanksgiving. But don't ever spend it alone. Don't spend Christmas alone. The holidays are tough, but you know what? No matter how tough they've been in the past, from this year forward, you can make it an awesome thing. But anyway, look, have a happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy your week. We will see you in 2 weeks for the season finale.
Yep, we have guests.
We thank you for joining us at the Corner of Church and State where there is no separation.
Like and share, please.
Go into the podcast go into the link tree. You can follow me on social media on a bunch of things. If you're here in South Jersey,
come visit us on Sundays.
Man, I'm gonna smack you. I can't get it out fast enough. Anyway, if you're here on Sunday morning at 10 o'clock, our church website is in the link tree. So you go on there, you find out our address, you come worship with us. We'll be very, very happy that you're doing so.
I'm trying to.
Listen, we also have already.
I'm up in the different.
And I will tell you, if you're against Christmas music, we're already starting it, y'all.
You should.
Yeah, we already started.
But you know what I recommend? No, and this is a thing. I will tell you this. Stop listening to BIA 101 or whatever radio station plays your Christmas music. Make a playlist on your phone for Pete's sake and play the music you like.
Yes.
Jeez.
Trans-Siberian Orchestra all day long. Could do it all day long.
Great in concert, by the way. Fantastic concert. Fantastic. Fantastic.
I got to see them live on TV during COVID because they did it live on video. They did it live through streaming, and it was still fantastic. But you went to the Covia Center.
I did.
I love you, brother, but that's a way to.
It was great.
Beat you down. Took his wife instead of me, his best friend, who's a huge TSO fan. How disrespectful and rude.
Sorry. But anyway,
y'all have a good one. God bless and a happy Thanksgiving. And
we'll see you
in 2 weeks, baby. Peace.
Can't help it, I just seem to see the world different. It ain't Republicans or labor rules, it's mental illness. The internet is only interested in left opinions. Cancel culture's got more power lately than the First Amendment. If you don't like it, leave. We will not defund police. We don't want no riots in our neighborhoods or in the streets. We respect freedom of speech. We protect what we believe. We don't want nobody dead, so please do not tread on me. In America, the freedom ain't free. In America, got soldiers dying overseas. So America, you say what we believe. My America, I won't ever take